Thank you.
So after hearing so much about smart, innovative minting, we're about to talk about 10 years of innovation and 3D printing revolution in the minting industry from Slovakia, the capital of Slovakia. The Pressburg Mint is here today, and I welcome the General Manager, Alan Bull.
Präsentation. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It was roughly 10 years ago, Thursday afternoon, not unlike this one, when I was sitting in front of the Press meeting pens. But at the time I knew pretty much nothing about pens, not to mention actually making them. However, this was the beginning of a very interesting, intriguing, but also difficult journey which led me very here to today. It is my pleasure that I got the chance to tell you a little bit about what we do and who we are. My name is Alan and I'm from the Pressburg Mint. Bratislava, our hometown, has a rich history of military tradition. It was the ancient Celtic tribes who were the first ones to mint coins in the region that was as circulation. Since then, the history of minting evolved naturally all the way into the Middle Ages. Actually, we could say that we are from the new era of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, because back at the time, Bratislava, or Pressburg, as it had been known back then, used to be the financial heart of the region, where most of the circulation coins were minted for the entirety of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. We are resurrecting this rich history. However, we decided we wanted to do things differently. We are going the way of technological progress, innovation, modern design. We want to revolutionize the minting industry. One of the first revolutionary breakthroughs that we achieved was a rather simple thing. Years ago, we started to put this kind of background texture on our designs. It helped not only achieve an interesting aesthetic, but it also helped in the production itself. This is a little bit of a secret. It helps hide away imperfections of the coins. Today, if you look at the fair, you will see many coins from all around the world who share this same aesthetic and design principle. And it is precisely this kind of pioneership which defines us. This is our DNA. In 2023, we released the world's first coin designed by artificial intelligence. Back then, the entire design process took roughly 6 months, despite the fact that we were not the ones doing the designing. It was the AI which made the design. With this year's release of AI Coin, the entire process took just about 30 seconds. And this is precisely the entire point of the design series. We are looking at how quickly AI technology is evolving and how it is changing our daily lives. We expect that in a few years, no human input whatsoever will be required to make this coin, from the design all the way to packaging of the final product. Roughly 5 years ago, we decided to take on an even more difficult undertaking. We wanted to do the world's first 3D printed coin. Now, when I say 3D printing, you probably imagine some kind of plastic, but I mean a proper silver or gold coin which has been 3D printed and never touched a minting press.
Today, I am very excited that I finally get to share the results with you. The world's first 3D printed silver coin. We have been teasing this for the past 2 or 3 years. There have been many hurdles along the way, but now it's finally here. We called it King of the Jungle. This is a metaphor to the long 5-year-long battle which led us all the way here to be able to achieve this kind of result. Let's take a look at the coin. The coin is just 2 ounces. It has a 14mm high relief, sits on just a 2mm high base, has 90-degree angles or even more, so it has overhangs, stuff which is pretty much impossible or very difficult to achieve with standard minting methods. All of this is so new that we didn't even have time to make a professional video. This piece you are seeing there was actually filmed by me a few days ago, so this is very new and we are very glad that we can actually show it to you. But it's not just about coins that this technology can allow us to do. Our next product, Draconis, is a 3D printed silver dragon with moving parts. As you can see on the video, it has a few segments, and if we are thinking we 3D printed each of the segments and then join them together with the lamp. This was printed as a single piece, has no kind of seams or spools or anything. And it is precisely this kind of unconventional novelty products that the technology is great for. Your imagination is the only limitation with this technology, and we are convinced this will bring a totally new era into the world of minting. Now, I have to confess, it is not very well known that we are a company from Slovakia. Since our humble beginnings, nearly all of the demand for our products came from the United States, Western Europe, Hong Kong, Japan, and so on. It has never been an important part of our identity. However, this year we are strengthening our Slovak roots by establishing a cooperation with the National Bank of Slovakia. We are historically the first privately owned company to mint coins for the National Bank of Slovakia, and we are starting with a series called Fauna and Flora in Slovakia. We believe we will also bring this kind of mindset of technological innovation onto the local market in Slovakia and establish Slovakia as the hub of technological revolution and progress in Central Europe. Ladies and gentlemen, we have had quite an interesting 10 years behind us. A very interesting 10 years. In 2015 we released our first product. It was not even a coin, it was just a silver round, because back then we did not have the means to acquire legal tender licensing. They made fun of us for being a mint when we are not actually minting coins. Today we are releasing the world's first 3D printed silver coin. And I really can't say what kind of coin or product we will release in another 10 years, but I can promise you one thing, that we will stay true to our motto, which is minting the new way. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again. My name is Alan, I'm from Pressburg Mint, and I love answering questions, so please ask away. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Are there any questions from the audience? There is two. There are 2 questions.
Over there. Sporting program for me today.
Hi Alan, that's a great presentation and really cool technology. I got to see some of those pieces at your booth earlier and they're amazing. I'm very curious because I've experimented with 3D printing just for funsies on the side with plastics. What I'm curious about, without giving away any secrets, what's the time to produce something as complex as the Dragon?
So it's surprisingly quick. It's not, it's not in terms of minutes, but the advantage of the technology which we helped co-develop over the past years with leading scientists from America, Germany and so on, is that we can do it with a very large volume at one time. So instead of 3D printing 1 or 2 pieces, we can do 50 or 100 pieces at a single time, which drastically shortens the time to do 1 piece basically.
Very cool. And next one, and this might just be me getting ahead of myself here, but are you capable or in the process of being able to use multiple metals at the same time to create 2 different effects, like let's say gold and silver intertwined?
Yes, so we are right now getting ready to experiment with other metals. The technology we are using was initially developed to be used with stainless steel. We helped co-develop it to be used with silver, and in the future we are hoping to also be able to use it with gold. But the thing is, if you have, for example, the Dragon, which is roughly 300 grams, you need approximately 10 times as much material to basically do it. So if you are wanting to make a 1 ounce gold coin, for example, which is 3D printed, you will need lots of material, and that would be very expensive. Of course, you can then reuse the rest of the material which was not directly used to 3D print the product, but the initial investment is huge.
Thank you.
Very interesting. Did you have another question?
She's ready. She's ready. Did you have another question? No, thank you. We just heard that you actually intended to, you pretty much started from scratch. Maybe you can take us back a little bit and tell us what did the beginning look like?
Yes.
How did you start?
So essentially when we began, we were basically the ad business. So we were a family-owned company. It was myself, my father, and my uncle who started the company, and during the week we did business deals, and during the weekends we went to the banks. So pretty much the first, I would say, 10,000 pounds where we did came exclusively to my hands. So now that some employees, there are some things not possible, like immediately the telling the truth, like just making excuses.
Interesting. So your dad and your uncle are still in the business as well?
Yes.
And how big is your business now?
So right now we have 3 production facilities and around 30 employees.
From 3 to 30. Amazing. Great work. Congratulations with that. And who does the designs? Is it only AI, or do you have designers?
The AI coin is the metal coin which has been designed by artificial
Intelligence, and the rest of the designs are made in-house. Actually, I am the one who was making most of the designs, because this was the first responsibility of mine in the company. I did some amateur graphic designs before then. I was, let's say, 20 years old, and I gave it a shot. Why not try to make a design? And people seem to love them, so I'm very happy for that.
Great success story. Thank you so much for
Thank
sharing.
you.
And of course, you can visit him and get more details and information at the booth. Where can we find
Yes,
you?
it's booth C14. It's right at the center of the convention hall. Please come take a look at the coin, because it's really amazing. Thank you.
It is, and it is really brilliant. Just take a look at it if you have the chance. Thank you so much, Alan. As you can see at the World Mining Fair, you get to know so much information and the latest news from the numismatic world, and we're talking about